Hey guys, we're back. This is part 2 of my wheel refinishing episode. In the last video I showed you me disassembling the wheels and starting to polish the lips. Today I got the faces back from powder coat and I got all the lips sanded and I started polishing the last wheel. So let me show you my progress. Alright, so there's this wheel. This one just needs mothers. It's seen 2 steps of polishing with the buffing wheel and the 2 different types of compounds. Alright, so it's pretty good. I can still see some scratches. I'm not sure if it's gonna come up with the camera and some smudges, but for the most part, I'm happy with how they came out. I mean, for doing it by hand and doing it for my first time, this is not bad. Now for the powder coat. The powder coated the faces, and this is what they look like. So I went with a gunmetal color, gunmetal gray, and I have the 3 that are done. You can see number 2, I started working with some of the hardware, but I haven't gotten around to cleaning all the hardware yet. So yeah, I still have lots of bolts to clean and this wheel to finish polishing, so I'll show you that real quick in a time lapse, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so the last wheel is done polishing. And real quick, I'm just going to recap how I got to this point from how it originally was. I sanded it, started with 180 grit on a flap wheel, cleaned up most of the machine marks. Then I started doing everything by hand. 100, 240, 320, 400 wet, 600 wet, 800 wet, 1,000, 1,500, and then 2,000 is when I ended up stopping. I wanted to work slowly up through my sandpaper steps because I wanted the best finish I can get possible, and I know that as I work up I always get lazier, so that's why I kept the extra steps in there so that way I get some good sanding completed. So yeah, they came out pretty good. I don't know if you can tell or see any scratches. There are some. From what I hear, metal is really hard, or aluminum is really hard to get all the scratches out. The best thing you could do is leave small scratches and try to hide them when you polish them out. But do all the scratches come out? Not like paint, because the raw metal, the way it is just super tough to get 100% scratch-free mirror shine. So for doing it by hand, I'm pretty happy. Alright, so next is cleaning bolts, and I'll show you my setup. Alright, so cleaning the bolts. This is my wire wheel setup. I have a vise, but it's in an area of the garage where there's just a bunch of stuff, and it took me less time to set this up than it would to move all the stuff to get to the actual vise. So I have a drill clamped down to my trusty milk crate, and I'm gonna pull the trigger with one hand and grab the bolts that's been sitting in the cup of soda for a while and clean off the threads and try to knock off some of the rust that's on the bolts. So yeah. Hey, so I'm back and I finished cleaning the bolts. Let me show you that real quick. The last of the 60 bolts have been polished, so that's cool. So I have these longer bolts, about 4 of them, and nylon washers so I don't screw up the powder coat, but I use these to start. The only reason why is because the face doesn't drop all the way in, so this hardware doesn't really fit right, and so I end up using this that's a little bit longer. So I start with these 4 longer ones. I pull the face in nice and evenly, and then once I'm able to get the plated hardware in, then I start 4 of these. So then I have 8 bolts in, all evenly around the wheel. I pull them in until the faces as far as it can go, and then that's when I go ahead and put in the rest of the hardware. At the same time, while doing this, I am putting Loctite on the nuts. So yeah, let me go ahead and start that process, and you guys can watch it. Alright, so one wheel complete. The one step I didn't do is torque the actual wheel bolts to 20 foot-pounds. I tried my half-inch torque wrench, it wasn't clicking, so I didn't want to force and break the bolts, so I'm going to have to go borrow Justin's precision snap-on and torque the rest of my bolts. But yeah, that's it. I put in the 4 longer bolts to start, and it went nice and smoothly, so that made my life a lot easier, having to just be able to use 4 bolts to pull it in. And then once I got those in, I was able to put in the rest of the hardware, and did it in a cross pattern, and then at the very end I just went around in a circle and checked all the bolts to make sure they're about the same torque. But again, let me get once I borrow a torque wrench, I'm going to go ahead and do it in the star pattern and then go around one more time to verify that they're all at the same torque spec. Alright, so that's that, and then I have one more to go and I am pretty much done. Alright, so it's been a week since I finished the wheels, and this is what they look like now.
Oh. Bam!
So we finished
Stance
so we put tires on. I didn't finish the center caps, got everything mounted, did the fitment stuff, and it all takes a lot of work. So I didn't really want to show you guys any of that. It's just we got it done. We rolled some fenders, we lowered it another inch. The center caps are a piece of cake. Or I polished the plastic with plastics, McGuire's plastics, and it made the haze go away. Then I just hit it with some spray paint and they're silver. And yeah, we rolled the fronts and the rears.
Let's look at your fit.
Put on some 225 45 17s on here, so it's got a little bit of stretch, not too much. Running Federal 595s just because they're affordable and they seem to work fine, so that's really it. That means the project's done. What's next? We have Justin's car. We have
hammer things with hammers.
Oh yeah, you gotta show off his fitment. I don't think we have a video of that yet.
No.
Right. So yeah, we gotta do a little walk around of Justin's car. He's got a shifter to put in that we picked up over the holidays, and then the Forester. I'm gonna turn around the Forester. During Black Friday or around Thanksgiving time, Cobb announced that they have a flex fuel kit for this car now. I actually do have a flex fuel kit. I need to put it in and I'll get tuned later on this month, so we'll do a little install video of the flex fuel kit for the Subaru. And yeah, that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.